everyone, welcome back to Vlogmas. My name's Annette and this is Cottoverdi. Today is December the 7th and today I'm going to be potting up some little planters to give as hostess gifts. We're going to a few dinner parties, one of them this weekend, and I'd like to take around a gift of a planter because my friend really loves her garden and she loves gardening as much as I do. So I'd like to give her this little treat. And I'm going to take you along as I make the planters. So these are the pots that I'm going to be using, and I really just loved this sort of the sheen and the pattern on the pots. And each one of the pots has got a base. I always provide saucers for the pots that I'm giving if they've got a hole in the base, because it makes it more aesthetically pleasing to have a matching saucer, and it protects the furniture. The plants that I'm putting in these pots today can all go outside. So I just wanted to make it easy in case my friend wanted to have it indoors or outside. Both are possible. I've got these gorgeous Helleborus niger, and they're in bud, which is really important. So it's quite nice to not give plants that are already in flower or have flowered. So I always try to make sure that the ones that I'm giving have got buds. The other plant that I'm going to put in each one is just this little mini conifer. Now the danger with mini conifers is that they will grow quite big, some of them fairly fast, but my friends can plant these in the garden if they so wish, if they get too big for the pot. Another plant that I'm going to put in this pot is called Leucophyta, which is native to Australia, and it's this lovely sort of silvery colour. I think it's really pretty and has a lovely texture. Now, Leucophyta do require good drainage, so it's quite important to remember that. And then if I've got any space, I would really like to add this, it's like a creeping vine plant, and I just thought I'd take like a little bit of this plant, break it up, and then add it as like something to trail over the edge. And it's called Muehlenbeckia, and I think they come in various different colours, but I went for quite a dark green one because I thought it was a nice contrast. The compost I'm using today is ordinary multi-purpose peat-free compost. I do always put it in the link in my description below because I think it's a really nice peat-free compost, and some people do still have difficulty finding a really nice peat-free compost. So I'm not going to fill the pot up too much because the root balls on these plants are going to take up quite a lot of room. So the first plant that I'm going to put in is this lovely conifer with it's got little yellowy tips to it. I think it's really pretty. It just came in a multi-pack, so I don't actually know what it's called. And I'm just going to sort of put that one at the back. I'm adding a little bit more compost, and it's really important to always leave room for watering, especially if you're giving a gift that might potentially be indoors. I'm going to add this hellebore, and I'm just going to take some of the compost off it because I want to be able to squish it into this pot, and actually it hasn't rooted in too much. There are some nice roots on the bottom. And then I'm going to add the Leucophyta. And then the other thing that I like to do, just to sort of finish off the arrangement at this time of year and make it really pretty, is I just order this sheet moss from my florist. And it's really easy just to put a little bit in the top, and it finishes off a planter so beautifully. And you can just sort of break it up and put it where you need it. And I just think it adds that little je ne sais quoi to a gift. And I think that it sets the plants off really beautifully. And then I like to just wipe the pot down, the planter, before I add the final touch. And then my finishing touch is always a bow, and I really like this because it's really sort of gardeny but festive at the same time. So then I wrap it around the rim, because if you wrap it around the slopey bit it will just fall down. So I go round the top, and I like to go around twice or maybe 3 times depending on what mood I'm in. It's easier than I'm making it look. It's really not this complicated, but I'm trying not to get my arm in the way of the camera. So if possible. And try to make sure they're even. And then I tie a knot and then add my little thank you tag. And tie a bow. Like that. I might make the bow a little bit smaller. I really hope you've enjoyed watching me make up these planters for my friends. Maybe it's inspired you to give something like this as a hostess gift this festive season. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you all tomorrow.